Hi again, everyone. This is Prepping by Faith, and I just wanted to create a short video to kind of show you guys some of the things that we do here to help treat illness at home. I know there's still a lot of people that are getting sick from this virus, and so I kind of just wanted to go over some basic things and maybe some things that you guys haven't thought of, ways that we take care of things here at home without having to go to the doctor. Now, by in no way, shape, or form is this medical advice. So I want to mention that first and foremost. If you have those types of questions, you need to consult a medical professional. But one of the things that we do here is we make sure that we take good supplements every day. And I have myself on them, my husband, and my kids. So if you have kids that are not super into taking vitamins, I find that these Flintstones, especially the immunity support because it has extra vitamin C in it, are pretty good. I haven't had any complaints from them too much about these. We also keep them on a elderberry gummy. We take vitamin D, obviously vitamin C, multivitamin, zinc. We all know that zinc is supposed to be very helpful. One of the other things I have them on is a calcium plus D, so it gets them some extra D to help them fight anything. And then the stuff that we use to kind of help treat fevers and pain and that sort of thing, obviously children's Motrin, Tylenol, etc. Obviously, you need to look at the dosage, make sure that you know what you're doing with that. You definitely don't want to overdose anyone. One of the things the doctors have suggested before is kind of giving Motrin and Tylenol in tandem. So they say that kind of helps fight things a little bit easier with fevers and pain. One of the other things that I find that's extremely important, especially if you have like chest congestion, is to give them some form of, this is like a generic form of Mucinex. And so it has that, those active ingredients. They're going to help them with a cough suppressant, but also that expectorant, and then the nasal decongestant. So they can be given this as young as 4 years old. If you have a child that's younger than 4, the other thing that we have discovered is this Zarbee's children's cough syrup and mucus with dark honey. As long as they don't have any kind of issues with honey, any kind of allergy to honey, they can take this. They have to be over 1 year old though before you start that. Also with adults, this one we really like, the maximum strength Mucinex. And I find that if you just start developing chest congestion, it's important that you go ahead and take that right away, because the sooner you start on it, the more effective it's going to be. One of the other things that I wanted to talk to you guys about is if you're having stomach issues with, I know that's one of the symptoms of the virus. A lot of people will mention things like getting probiotics and taking them, but if you just get the stuff that's in the, like the Walgreens or something, the over-the-counter not as good stuff, it's not going to be as effective. One of the things that I discovered, especially after I got C. diff, was to take this one. I did a lot of research. I got this on Amazon. It's a little bit more expensive. It's called Codage SBO Probiotic. It's 50 billion CFU. But one of the important things is the type of strains in it. They're a little different than the ones, and I'm not even going to attempt to read you off that, but you can kind of see what those are, and those are important. I take those, and I also take these. This is another one that I get on Amazon, and I will show you that back. These are some additional different probiotics that are in this one that are not in that one. So the other thing that you would want to do in addition to taking probiotics is also taking, oh, and I have a children's one back here as well. This is a gummy. The kids really like this. It has a prebiotic and a probiotic in it. They stay on these, I stay on these, but if you were ill and you didn't have, you hadn't been on them, this would also help you. Obviously, something like Imodium is also effective. But one of the other things that we do is take a prebiotic, which is something, you know, like yogurt or those Dan Active, the little liquid drinks that you can take. Those will help feed the probiotics. Something else that you can do, obviously, is eat chicken noodle soup, stuff that's really mild, bland, bread, applesauce, things like that, chicken and rice, those sorts of things that are really mild and can be digested really easily. The other thing that I discovered when I was ill is that one of the things you need to repair your intestinal tract is resistant starch. And how you get that really easily is you go ahead and you bake a potato, and then you let it cool completely, keep it in the fridge for several hours, and then you reheat it. And when you reheat it, it reactivates those resistant starches, and that helps rebuild your intestinal tract and help you get better a lot more quickly. One of the other things that you want to do is make sure you stay really hydrated. So I found that as far as prepping goes, you can buy the regular bottled Gatorade, but this powder is really effective too, and it lasts a lot longer. The other thing that we discovered is this product called Liquid IV, and I'm pretty sure you can get this just about anywhere. I got mine on Amazon because I found it was a better deal. So if you take this, it's a hydration multiplier. So basically 1 stick of this powder mixed in a drink is the equivalent of 3 bottles of water, which is amazing. So one of the other things that I want to talk about is like nasal and chest congestion. Obviously we have something over here called Vicks Vapor Rub. Everybody probably is familiar with that. You just rub that on your chest and it helps kind of open up your breathing passages. Another thing that we discovered that I really like is this Vicks Vapor Pads, and you get their little it's like kind of like a humidifier. It's a vaporizer is what it is, and you take these little discs out of here and you insert them back in here. You can put 2 of them, and then that kind of puts that mist into the room so you're breathing that, and it helps your lungs open up. The other thing that I like to do for nasal congestion and issues is use a neti pot. So what I have here is a neti pot, and you buy this neti salt for it. You have to mix it according to their directions, and never ever use sink water. You always want to use distilled or boiled water. You can use bottled water, but I would suggest boiling that first as well, because this is going to go into your nasal passages, which is really close to your brain, and you definitely don't want to mess around with anything like that. Okay, so these are just some of my suggestions on things that you guys can do at home to kind of help yourself get better without having to run immediately to the doctor. Obviously, if anybody's having really bad breathing difficulties, or you're having blueness around your mouth, those sorts of things, or you can't stop vomiting for more than 24 hours, you still want to go seek professional advice. But we found that these things have been pretty effective for us over the years. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. God bless.